If you are planning on purchasing a home soon, there are a couple of things that will happen that you need to be aware of. After you have already found the home you want and you make an offer on it and your offer gets accepted, there are a couple of things that need to be able to go through smoothly before you can actually close on a home. Unless you're paying cash, of course, then you can basically do whatever you want. But if you are getting any kind of loan, and even if you're not, it's a good idea to do these two things anyways. But if you are getting a loan, you need to get these things done. The first thing that needs to happen as soon as possible after your offer is accepted is you need to have an inspection done on the home. And what this is when a professional comes out, they of course inspect the home and make sure that everything is in good working order and up to code. This has to do with all of the appliances, the roof, the flooring, the plumbing, as much as they can. The electrical, everything needs to be, like I said, in good working order and up to code. If it is not, these items will get flagged on an inspection, they will be pointed out, and then at that point what happens is you have a chance to potentially negotiate with the seller and say, hey, these are some items that the inspector pointed out, and if you want, you can request for the seller to fix some of them, part of them, whatever the case may be, whatever you feel like is fair and what you're comfortable with. Or if you would prefer, you can take it as is, take on the full responsibility and deal with those as soon as the property becomes yours, whatever you agree to do. Also is an opportunity for you to potentially walk away from the home if there's more work than what you are comfortable with. Then at that point you could say, you know what, I'm not really comfortable with this. We're gonna go look and see what else is out there. And so at that point you would no longer be purchasing the home. After the inspection is done and all of that's been resolved, next you have an appraiser come out. And what an appraiser does is it's somebody who is selected by the lender, but there is a rotation. This is completely at random. The lender does not know who is going to be assigned to your specific home. They just have a group of different appraisers that they pick from and they go in rotation, and whoever's next in the rotation will be the one to come and appraise your home. And what this is they will come out and they will assess the value of your home as a whole. And what they do is they take a look at the condition, they take a look at the appliances, they also compare other comps, other homes in the area that have recently sold. They take into account upgrades that have been made, if you've had a pool added, anything and everything like that. And that is how they come up with the appraisal number, which again is what the home is currently valued at. So in order to be able to get a loan from a bank, the home needs to appraise. So for example, if you offered $250,000 on a home and the appraisal came in at $252,000, the home appraised because the home was worth at least what you as the buyer are willing to pay for it. If it appraises at $252 and you had agreed to pay $255, then the bank is only going to loan you an amount for up to $252,000 because that is what the home is valued at currently. So at that point, what happens is if you still want the home and you still want to pay the $255, let's say it's a competitive market and other people may be very interested in the home as well, and you're fine with paying the full $255, then as the buyer, you would have to bring $3,000 cash to the closing table to be able to cover the remainder of the cost. Or the seller could come down and say, okay, it's valued at $252, we'll take it for $252, and at that point you update the contract to reflect as such, and that would be your new number. Or you could meet halfway in between. So the inspection and the appraisal, that's what they are. Also, the buyer typically pays for both of those things because they're the ones interested in purchasing the home and they're the ones who this impacts the most at the end of the day. My name is Brittany. I'm a realtor here in Northeast Florida. If you are planning on moving to Florida, or if you're already here and you plan on purchasing a home anytime soon and you would like someone to help you along with that process, I would love to be that person for you. Please reach out. My information is below. We can get started immediately.